everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Autumn and I love to create cleaning content over here on YouTube, and I am so excited to get into this video. We're starting it off with this ottoman. I talked about it in my last video, how it needed some really a good deep clean. And so that's what we're focusing on, getting this done. I gave it a good vacuum first, but I obviously didn't do the best at getting all of the dog hair or cat hair out of it, because you'll see when I give this a shampoo that some of the hair still comes up. It happens every time. So when I was in the process of shampooing it, I went through with the little, I don't know what you call it, but it like catches all of the hair. And I'll have it linked in my description box below, but I absolutely love it. I think it's like a shaver or something like that, but it works wonders at collecting any sort of animal hair. I've only ever kept like blankets in this ottoman, and it's always set at the bottom of our bed, and I had the intent to clean it, put it outside to dry, and then bring it back in. But this is recorded the next day, and I loved not having this at the foot of our bed. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is I think I'm going to put this in one of the kids' rooms, maybe Kaysen's, because I think that will go with the theme, like the color theme that I'm going for his room. And he can kind of put toys, or if he has extra blankets, he can put them in there too. And then we'll see where it goes. But for right now, I'm really enjoying not tripping on this, because I sleep on the other side of the bed. And so when I get up in the middle of the night, I have to walk around this, and I can't tell you how many times I hit my shin on it. So I think we're going to leave it away from the bed for now, put it upstairs, and, eventually if I miss it and I want it back, then I can just bring it back downstairs. I cannot tell you the last time that this thing got a deep clean. I want to say I washed it with just like a rag when we first got it, just because it did get dirty when we brought it home. And that was it. We didn't actually have this shampooer until we moved into this house, because we had so much carpet. Now we are moving on to the top of the ottoman, and this is where it is the most disgusting. Like I said in my video the other day, this is where my dog likes to take her naps. She likes to be at the foot of our bed, so she likes to sleep on this, and it gets really gross. My kids also like to bounce around on it too, so if they have cups and stuff like that, it'll end up leaking. And so that's why I just needed some desperate attention. And there you see the hair coming out of it. I thought I did a good job at vacuuming, and every time I get the shampooer out, it shows me that I in fact did not do a good job. But I'm really glad I got this done, because this has been bugging me. I actually had a plan to do this last week in one of my videos, and time just got past me. Let's be honest. I'm at this season of my life right now where my days are just rushed and they feel very blurred together. And I know it's just because of how busy and, just how much I do in the day. And I know others can relate to that. I have 2 toddlers, and they keep me on my toes, especially my youngest. She is a second child, and we love her to pieces, but we always joke around saying she is the definition of a second child. So if you have a second, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But she is a wild, wild girl. Actually, on this day, I was loading up the dishwasher like in the morning, and I put a Sharpie on the kitchen island because I had found it. So I put it there, had an intent to go take it to my office. And this girl snuck up, stole the Sharpie, and colored with this red Sharpie all over her face. And my husband looked at me and he was like, "We cannot go out in public for like 3 weeks now." But we were able to get it off. I just did like Dawn, and I just like rubbed Dawn on her face really well, and we were able to remove it, thankfully, because I was kind of afraid it would be stained there for a while. But yeah, keeps me on my toes. And so because I'm always, on my toes and super busy, just the season of my life is it's so fast. And at the end of the day, I am absolutely exhausted. I got all of this cleaning and all of this stuff done on Sunday, which this will be posted on Monday. And I felt so exhausted just from making sure to get all of my videos done and just being a mom, making dinner, getting the house picked up, and dealing with toddlers. Everything just goes so fast, and I'm always in such a hurry to get things done because I know if I don't get them done, then I probably won't get to them. And so the only reason I wanted to bring up that this season of my life is so busy and chaotic is because I know that there are others out there in that same boat. And I wanted to say, you're not alone. If you feel that you are just overwhelmed and you feel like the days are just flying by, and you still feel exhausted at the end of the day and like there's just not enough hours, you're not alone. We all feel that way. And I'm trying to soak in as much of it as I can because I know there's going to come the days where my kids won't need me as much and the days are going to slow down. So just enjoy these chaotic, long days because they won't last forever. My brand new white shoes. I got them at Target like 2 weeks ago and I love them. And I thought they went really cute with my outfit, but they were not a good idea to wear when I was deep cleaning. I actually take them off at some point when I am outside getting some stuff done because they were just going to get dirty so fast. Now that I'm thinking about it, I hope that I brought them inside. Oh my goodness. But yeah, don't wear white shoes or any sort of white clothing when you are deep cleaning. And this is that little scrapey tool that I told you about that I love. Get so much hair off of there. Now that that is done, this is where the ottoman had sat. And I just wanted to give it a vacuum underneath. And then while I had that shampooer out, I wanted to shampoo the side of the bed frame right here because, like I said, it gets pretty gross from just all the traffic right here. I did try to shampoo the sides of the bed too, but they were more of like a cardboard material than like a material, if that makes sense. So this end of the bed was very plushy and I was able to shampoo it, but the other sides were not as plushy, if that makes sense. So I wanted to get this done, and honestly, the water wasn't even that bad, but I still got it done, so I don't have to think about doing it again for a little bit. So I apologize if some of the quality of the videos are not as, good as some of the other videos on YouTube. I really want to get an actual vlogging camera for my videos, but we're just not there yet. I use my phone. I have the iPhone 13, I think is what it is. And I love the quality of it, but honestly, nothing beats the quality of a good vlogging camera. And so I am saving up my money to get one. That'll be one of my big purchases, for YouTube. And I'm really excited to get one because I film and I edit on my phone, which is fun. I like to just lay in bed and edit and stuff like that. But I don't really have enough storage space. So every time I go to upload, my phone's like, oh, you need to delete things to have storage. And it gets kind of annoying. And I've also noticed that, the quality is just not as good as some of the others. So we'll get there. But we're talking about how we'll get there. I wanted to say, and I know I've said it in a few videos past, but my new big goal is 1,000 subscribers, and I want to hit it by my birthday. And I know if I keep pushing videos out and working as hard as I am, I know that I can reach that goal. Right now, it kind of feels far away and kind of difficult for me, but I know that I can do it. And I just have so many big dreams over here on YouTube, and I have so much fun creating content and filming and editing that it's just one of my biggest goals. And so we set a goal by October 15th, which is my birthday, to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and I know that we can get there. So with that being said, I would love it if you guys could subscribe to my channel. If you are not subscribed, comment, like, so it can boost my video. It would mean a lot to me. Back to the video though, I saw this hack on TikTok where if you fill up some water, you can rinse off your hose if you just put it in the water and like let it suction through, and it like cleans out your hose so you don't have like nastiness in there. And it worked so well. Like, not only did it clean out the tube part of the vacuum, but like where the water goes, the water holder, it like cleared all of that out where the water filters in. I'm going to keep doing that from now on because I was really impressed. Once I was done with that, I wanted to go vacuum upstairs, and this has needed to get done. We actually bought this vacuum last October when we first bought our house, and it was so good. Like, when we first bought it, it was one of the best vacuums that I've actually ever owned. And I own the Dyson V11. I want to say it's that one, like the V11 Animal, I want to say. We got it at Target like last year or 2 years ago, something like that. And I loved that one, and I swore by that vacuum. But there was something about this one, and I don't know if it was like because it was corded. I love Tiffany Beeston, so if you guys watch Beauty and the Beastons, you've probably seen her talk about how she's been using a corded vacuum, and it's been making a huge difference compared to cordless. And I can say the same thing. When she said that, I was like, absolutely, because my corded vacuum is phenomenal. It does an amazing job, and I feel like it really beats the power of the ones that aren't corded. Anyway, with that being said, it needed a good deep clean. I vacuum up messes and I vacuum underneath the table, so there's lots of food and grime and things like that. So I went through, I was going to clean this upstairs in the kitchen, and there was just something about cleaning this absolute disgusting vacuum in the kitchen that I was not about it. So I decided just to take it outside, and because I knew it was going to be really messy. So I was like, I'm just going to take it outside. I'm just going to rinse it with the hose and call it good, because I knew it was going to be gross, and I honestly just didn't want all of like that germs all over the place upstairs. And so this is the filter part here. I read on the vacuum on the inside, it said to clean your filter every 3 months. I can't tell you the last time that I cleaned this filter, and we got it in October. So that's pretty gross. And that could explain the loss of suction as well. Here I am talking about it's a bad day to wear white shoes, which in this instance, it was a horrible day to wear these white shoes. But yeah, this vacuum was so gross. Oh my goodness. I took an old toothbrush. I think it was one of my kids' old toothbrush. So if you see that, just know that is right now my cleaning toothbrush. I just kind of filter through. So when we get new toothbrushes, I take the old ones and I put it to the side for when I have cleanings I need to do. And that's what I used it for. And I have this glass bowl here. I actually got this as like a hand-me-down from my aunt a few years ago. But it is like probably from like the 70s. It is really scratched, and it's just not a good bowl to like cook with, if that makes sense. Like, there's a few chippings and stuff. And so I keep this bowl specifically for cleanings, things that I'm not like, going to use to cook. So for this instance, cleaning the vacuum, I use it to pour hot water in if I have to clean floors and things like that. But yeah, this was a nasty, nasty job, but it was long overdue. I dumped all of the stuff out, and it sounds bad, but there was a max fill line that I did not know about. And honestly, I don't really empty this out. That's more of like my husband's job, if that makes sense. He kind of gets tired of it overflowing, and he's like, you need to empty out the vacuum. But I forget to. I'm just going to be honest. And I didn't even know there was a max fill line. So that would explain why it was not having the best suction power, and like it was doing a good job, but it wasn't doing what it was when we originally bought it. And that's kind of what inspired me to give it a good deep clean that it needs. And I think I'm going to do this every few months just to keep it on top with like making sure it's using the proper suction and things like that. realized I poured some of that soap on my poor little tree next to the house. I hope it survives. I didn't realize that I dumped it there. And then my phone fell over and was looking at the sky. So let's enjoy a cute moment of the sky. And this is the aftermath. This was after a few hours of sitting out in the sun to dry, and it looked brand new. And my husband actually ran the vacuum this night, and he said that the suction power was amazing. It was able to pick everything up, and he felt like it felt so much cleaner. So when I was waiting for that to dry, I washed my hands. I made them impeccably clean, by the way. And then we love to do this. I talked about this in my last video, but we take corn from like a local farmer. We buy about 3 or 4 dozens. We actually got, I think it was $4 a dozen where I live, which is the cheapest that I have found it. Well, here I am snacking, of course. The cheapest that I found at $4 for a dozen. Oh my goodness. We went to one like farmer's market and they were charging $6 for like 6 ears of corn. So that was really high priced. And so when we find a good deal like this, we always get quite a few dozen, and it also helps support our local farmers too. So we actually have a very big pot because you guys know I love to do canning and like anything homesteading. I absolutely love to prepare food for my family and have it, ready for us. And we have a big cooker outside that we cook all of these outside to keep the heat out, and we can put like we're going to say over 6 dozen ears of corn in there. And we just boil it outside, and then we'll have some for lunch, and it's as simple as that. I wait for it to cool down, but not like super cold. And then I just cut the kernels off, and I put it in these little bags. They're the little, what do you call those? The vacuum seal bags. I got this vacuum sealer and the bags off of Amazon, and I will have it linked in the description box below because I love this sealer. I've actually had it for probably 2 years now. It's not like the Food Seal brand. I don't know if that's even the name brand. It was just some Amazon one, and it has been amazing. I wasn't quite sure how it would do being non-name brand, but it does an awesome job. If you want to do this too, which I highly recommend you do, you don't have to have a food sealer. Just go get the Ziploc freezer bags. Also, I'm trimming off the excess here. I seal it like 2 to 3 times, and there's always some excess on the top, and it bugs me. Anyway, just get the Ziploc freezer bags and just push all the corn to the top. Make sure there's no air. Mark the date and put it in your freezer. This tastes phenomenal. Like, this has nothing on canned corn. It tastes literally just like fresh corn on the cob when you're eating it in the middle of winter. We always have this for Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners. So like when we go see family, we always bring this, or my mom will bring it because my mom does the same thing, and it tastes so good. You cannot beat the taste. So I highly recommend you try it. It also really helps support your local farmers too. This day I was able to get 10 bags of corn with 4 dozen ears of corn. And I know that probably doesn't seem like too much, but I fill these bags with just enough corn that I know that my family will eat in one meal, so I don't have to waste 2 bags, if that makes sense. So I just do enough that will feed my family alone. And so this is 10 different meals for me and my family. I got some Amazon packages, so let's open it really quick. Okay, so we needed curtains for the kids' rooms, so I got these cute little pink ones for Lily's room, and then these other ones should be Kason's curtains, and he needs them more than her. He's got these really cute teal ones. He needed some more than her because he doesn't have any sort of curtain or anything to like block the light out of the window at nighttime, so. How beautiful is that color? is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed. Be ready. I'm going to have lots of content coming out this week, and I will see you all in the next video.